Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee, one of the greatest YouTubers out there, right? Mostly stays out of controversy. Somehow, he just dodges it every single time, except for you can only dodge but so much controversy. After a while, you're gonna get hit, especially when you're trying to play in the big leagues of making a subscription service for something that is incredibly stupid. And well, MKBHD made something incredibly stupid that had a subscription attached to it. So in Marquez Brownlee's latest iPhone review, or I guess unboxing, because that's essentially what it was. I don't even know if he could technically review the phone because Apple throws out rectangles every year. I mean, like they got big rectangles, small rectangle, medium-sized rectangles. They're all the same, and it takes like at least a good 3 to 4 years before they actually put something new on the phones, especially. Don't even talk about the iPads. Them things take too long to put anything nice on. But yeah, he was basically unboxing, let's call it what it is, not a review, unboxing the new iPhone 16 Pro Max and all the other ones. And he put in there an ad for his own app, which is a glorified Google image search. Because, like a lot of people, Marquez Brownlee has wallpapers. Now, a lot of people would just screenshot something that they like or right click, save image as something that they like and set it as a wallpaper. The easiest thing you can do to get a wallpaper, you can do it on any phone, you can do it on any PC. I'm pretty sure you can even do it on a Mac. But instead of Marquez saying, hey boys, here are some free wallpapers, since you guys have supported me, made me a multi-millionaire, you guys have done a lot for me, so I'm giving back to you guys some free wallpapers. I mean, like, it's not a lot to give back to your community, but it's something. But instead of him saying, hey boys, here are some free wallpapers, alright, 4K at that, 4K, HD, 60 FPS if they move. Instead of him doing that, he went down the other route of, this needs to be a business. Boys, wallpapers. Wallpapers need to be a business in Marquez's head. And of course, he starts off the promotion for his app with the trademarked celebrity slogan of, you guys have asked me about where I get XYZ thing that no one has ever asked me about, but I just wanted to turn it into a business.
You guys have always been asking me where I get my wallpapers. Like, it's frequently the #1 suggested search result under my name, has been for years, so now we've put them all in one place. It's called Panels, and it's finally live in the App Store, both on iOS and on Android. Feels really good to be able to say that. So if you're wondering where the wallpaper on these phones in the review came from, Panels. If you're wondering where the wallpaper in the last video came from, Panels. Matter of fact, almost all of the wallpapers on the devices and in backgrounds you've seen in my videos for the past year have all come from Panels, which is pretty sick. We have a bunch of awesome artists over there that we are splitting profits with 50-50, and there's already a ton of great collections of art and much more incoming. And we have some pretty big plans for this thing. So it's starting off as a wallpaper app now. I don't want to overpromise too much, but it's going to be pretty consistently improving over time, which is part of the reason why we're offering a subscription to support it. So go pick it up now. Poke around, find your new favorite wallpaper, your new favorite artist, and let me know what you think. It's kind of fun to be on the other side now, on the development side, where now other people are going to review what we make, which is always exciting.
I don't think he's having that much fun of people talking about his app because $50 a year, boys, for wallpapers. Now, he said the thing will be improving over time, but the thing about that is Marquez before has told you never, ever pay into future promises. Right now is what you're paying into. You're paying into a wallpaper app.
But I guess I'll just stick with the thing that I've said from the beginning, which is never buy a new piece of tech based on the promise of future software updates. Just don't do it. Just buy it for what it is today. And if there's stuff coming later and it actually gets delivered on the promise, some are better at delivering that than others, then it's a bonus. It's an extra value add for the thing that you are already happy with. But never buy it just based on the promise of future updates.
So yeah, Marquez has this golden rule. Always buy something for what it is now, not with a promise in the future. But for some reason with his own app, he didn't think about, I have this golden rule that people will have to buy into the app for what it is now and not what it is in the future. So instead of him thinking, right now, I'm just selling them a wallpaper app, they can literally go onto Google right now and screenshot or save as a wallpaper that they like that is extremely more cheaper than paying $11 a month for a wallpaper app. And for anyone out there thinking like, straight, come on, bro, you're being a little dramatic, aren't you? Again, let me tell you what you get here. You get static wallpapers and no ads on the app for $11.99 a month. Or you could pay $10.99 a month and literally get unlimited music on Spotify. Music that takes people weeks, months, years sometimes to put together. So boys, let's put this together here. Do you think a music app that gives you millions upon millions of songs is comparable to an app that has, like, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe a couple hundred, if not 1,000 wallpapers? Boys, please compare the millions of songs, $10.99 a month, to a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 wallpapers, $11.99 a month. Which one is worth your money and time right now? We're basing this off of what Marquez says about other companies. He says, never buy for the promises in the future, only buy for what you get today. What you get today is a scam. All right, let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and call it what it is. It's a scam. All right, Marquez wanted to rip the money out of your wallet. And of course, he tries to sweeten the deal by saying, boys, I'm giving like half of the money to the artist, all right? Like, I'm giving half the money to the artist, which is also another scam because if you guys don't know, almost all app stores take a 30% cut for apps they don't even work on. They just said, hey man, we're selling your apps right here. 30% cut. How come Marquez isn't giving the 70% cut, you know, what other companies would get after selling their app on the App Store? Why isn't he giving the 70% to the people who make the wallpapers? The people who actually do the work? Why is he taking half of the money if he's not doing half of the work? I get half of the work is him setting up the app, but obviously this is supposed to be an investment. He's supposed to invest money into it. He invested the money into it. Now, if it works out great, he will get that money over time and more money over time. But for some reason, instead of him giving the lion's share of the profits to the people who make the content for the app, he's like, we'll split it in half. We'll split it in half. You guys get with half of the profits, right? I need the other half. Why? I need a new McLaren, alright? I can't review the old McLaren from last year. Now, I don't want this to come off like I hate Marquez Brownlee. Like, right? I don't hate him. He reviews products. I like it when he reviews products. He's very thorough with his reviews. He's very critical with his reviews. But it seems like when it comes down to his own product, he wasn't very critical with it at all. Setting a price for literal static images higher than music that takes time and effort to go into. And I'm pretty sure Spotify also has videos, like you stream music videos too, which also costs more than static images. I don't think he actually like gauged the market on his product, because for everyone else that actually has to buy the product, this is a scam. To him, he's like, oh no, this is fair price. Instead of him being like, this is a $3 a month app, which $3 a month still a little pricey, but also you can be like, I guess the profits do get shared with the people who make the panels, or I mean the wallpapers. But he doesn't even take the time to think about that. He's just thinking, well, other apps cost at least $10. I have my app also $10. That's like where his brain stopped. And I know Marquez is a smarter man than that. He's a brilliant man compared to that. But he had caveman brain whenever coming up with the price for this. On top of that, the business model of have the money going towards people creating the content. Like, my guy, what is that? You're not even splitting it 70-30. Like, you already have the app made. What do you really need the other 50% of the money for? What is it going towards? I know he says it's going to improve in the future, but again, if we're going based off his words, no one should care about the future of this app. We should be caring about the app today, the app that we get now, with the money that we're spending now. I don't know, this is just a disappointment from MKBHD, a beloved YouTuber, someone who never really missed before, and now this is not just a miss, this is just, you didn't even swing. He didn't even try to like make this competitive at all or make sense. Like, my guy, you should have thought about the whole business structure before you even made the business. Maybe he came up with the app and he's like, wow, I gotta, pay like, what, $100 a month max for like a couple images stored on a server somewhere? Like, wow, I gotta pay for that. Instead of him thinking, all right, let me think of a reasonable price, he's just like, I don't know, Well, I have an audience full of tech enthusiasts. Tech is expensive. I have an app. I mean, like, if you're spending like $400 a year on some tech, who wouldn't care about $50? Like, that shouldn't have been a thought process. Like, my guy, I don't know who came up with the price, right? But obviously, Marquez reading it out and then putting his name on it, he at least saw the price and he could have had some kind of sway in saying, this isn't going to work out. Because if he knew the app would have cost more to actually upkeep and maintain, he should have just cut it off. He should have been like, no, we can't do that. I can't charge $50. I'll get more backlash than what it's worth. But he has responded to it, and essentially he did the whole, oh, oops, I didn't know that there were so many ads. I didn't know that the price was too big for people to afford. I didn't know you guys were just broke like that. What, we're in a recession right now? Ugh, I didn't know that. Well, guess what? The price is still going to be there. We're going to dial back on the ads, and if you want to pay, pay. If you don't, don't. All I need is for two of you to pay for it, and it will become a profitable app. So he already probably makes some kind of profit off of this. Well, as soon as he recoups the cost of developing the app and getting the starting cost of the actual wallpapers that he has. But as soon as he makes that back, it's probably going to be a profitable app for him. The man has showed his hand that, at the end of the day, money talks, and he can be the bastion of hope for everyone when it comes down to other tech companies being greedy. But as soon as it comes down to him making his own tech company, he kind of showed his hand of, I did put my hand in the cookie jar, and let me go ahead and bring a cookie out while it's in there. I mean, like, it's already in there, boys. He already showed his hand that you probably shouldn't care about him and his apps that coming out, because he will, if he gets a chance, take the cookie out of the cookie jar. He will snatch your wallet if you allow him to. Does that make any of his reviews null and void? No. He's critical on other companies, but he's not critical on his own for very good reasons. Because at the end of the day, if you're critical on your own company, you're not going to be making too much money, are you, boys? Let's all be honest here. I wish you would just say that. Just say, hey, boys, I'm just trying to make profit here. Instead of trying to say, oh, we're splitting with the other people, and I guess in the future I might improve the app if I get enough subscribers. Like, just say, hey man, this is a new venture for me. Hopefully this will be a business that lasts forever, or at least for a long time, that makes me, some revenue. We will have X things come out every week. Instead, he's just like, I make wallpaper. I put wallpaper on app. App costs $10, or you watch 80 ads. That's it. Nothing else. Like, that is like ludicrous to think people are just gonna take that. Like, explain the app more. What is the future of the app? Because even though people aren't gonna buy into the future, or people shouldn't buy into the future, people still buy into the future of the app. If you say, oh, and then we're gonna have video streaming, and then we're gonna do this and that, then people can be like, I guess I kind of like the vision. I might buy into the vision of it. But he didn't even do that. We don't know what the future of this app is going to be. Right now, we just know it as a wallpaper app, which at that point, people will just screenshot every wallpaper and put into a zip file and just give it out for free. Give it out for free for everyone that actually wants the wallpapers. But yeah, boys, I'm just disappointed in MKBHD, but not as disappointed as I am in E-Rob, just being absolutely trash in this fight, boys. Click this video right here to find out how did E-Rob lose such an easy battle. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.